Good morning, everybody. Crypto STRANG. Happy New Year. 2021. I think it's going to be an absolutely fantastic year for cryptos. DeFi. We're going to talk about DeFi today. I've done videos before on DeFi and how it's just gone absolutely massive in 2020. And I think as we come into 2021, I think again it's just going to keep growing. You can see on the screen, I've shown this website before, defipulse.com. I'll put a link below. It's a great site for DeFi projects. Currently locked in 14.25 billion. And you can see the top list and the DeFi Pulse, again, Maker's number one, 2.83 billion locked up in it. It is a wonderful project. I don't own any Maker. The second one, Aave, I've mentioned many times, is a wonderful project. Really have high hopes for Aave, just continues to grow in 2021. It's got a lot of my favourite projects on it, synthetics. You go through it and go through to the sort of lower down the part. You can see we've got Matic, Loopring, which is another real favourite of mine. And there's many projects, as you can see, BZX there at 31, Kyber there, and you sort of go even further down. You can see, there's so many projects, and there's Melon down there, which we're going to talk about in a minute. So also on DeFi Pulse is the actual complete DeFi list, which is really good if you want to see the complete DeFi lending list, for example. You see there Aave, Acropolis, Atomic Lows, BZX, which I mentioned before, Compound, Cream, etc., Carver, Trading, Augur, Balancer, Bancor, mentioned that loads of times. You go through and there's so much IDEX, Kyberswap, Loopring Dex. The list is there. Again, put the link below. Ren, Synthetic, as I said, wonderful project. The payments, you've got the Flexia Fusion of Quest Network, again, absolute wonderful projects. So many projects in 2020 come to fruition and come out of literally nowhere into being real solid, wonderful projects with longevity and a genuine use case. All obviously the wallets you can see there, the interfaces. It's a really fine list. And put it down there. So we'll go through this one. Is my sort of favourite DeFi projects, the ones I've got a lot of hope for 2021, ones I own, a couple that I'm looking into I don't own, which look very solid, good projects. So, a lot of, throughout 2020, a lot of people thought that DeFi had already had its pump and the hype, and then it sort of dropped. But basically, I think this thing, DeFi is just getting started, really. You can see on DeFi Pulse with the 14 billion tied up in it. I think it's just going to grow exponentially. I really do. And when you think about sort of 2020 with fiat money being printed as fast as they can, you've got to look into DeFi and what's going to happen in the future. I saw a bit on the news the other day, 23% of all US dollars were created in 2020 alone, which sums up how they're printing fiat like you can't believe. I'm really positive that DeFi will be the future. Everyone's talking about decentralized finance, and even CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko themselves, they've introduced like separate lists dedicated to DeFi projects. So to sum up DeFi very quickly, I know I've mentioned this before, but it basically follows the idea of rebuilding infrastructure, financial services, and moving into a fully decentralized structure, removing the need for third parties such as companies and governments. Basically, DeFi would be wonderful because it has a unique opportunity to revolutionize the global financial landscape. It's probable that we're still very early on when it comes to rate of DeFi adoption. It's still 14 billion tied up. I think we're still very early doors. So just going to go through some projects here. Obviously, Cardano is my number one. I won't go too much because I've mentioned it many times. Charles Hoskinson has basically stated that, he's really hyped about DeFi. And I think once Gongan is up and running, then DeFi will come naturally. And basically, he said before, he's full on and dedicated to DeFi. So Cardano, obviously my number one. Chainlink, probably is the number one DeFi out there, let's be honest. Again, wonderful 2020, keeps developing the amount of partnerships, and it's just something incredible. You go on their website alone, chain.link, and you see their decentralized Oracle network securing price feeds for DeFi. And we spoke about Chainlink so many times. We won't get much more, as I said, I've mentioned it many times. You can see their highly decentralized and secure infrastructure, high quality data sources that avoid manipulation, prove your smart contracts, end-to-end security to users, and it's a well-maintained shared data resource. So, Chainlink is what it is. It's just a wonderful, solid project with so many people jumping in with Chainlink. And I say the partnerships are just incredible. But I just want to go through some other projects now. One project I mentioned many times in 2020 was Tellor. I had Nick Fett on the channel, wonderful guy, excellent insight to it. The project, I'm amazed to see, is actually dropped in the charts. I remember talking about it was $7 and it went up to $89. I did take some profits. It'd been crazy if I hadn't, because I had like 2 days of like 50-60% pumps. I'm back in with Tellor. I love it. I've got a nice bag of Tellor. Ranked 315 I was a bit of a surprise. Just under $18. Market cap is just approaching 29 million. when it reached $89, obviously it smashed through the top 100 and the $100 million market cap. So what I like about Tellor again is the circulating supply and the max supply. They do, mine Tellor and gradually more release, but the majority are out there. That's obviously hence in the price, but it's majority I say is out there. So that's why I really like Tellor. Wonderful project. Hope to get Nick Fett back on the channel as they progress. I'm sure they're going to have a fantastic 2021. But when we sort of think of Tellor, when we were on the channel, they just had such a remarkable year that, they could never have visioned, basically December 2019, it was like $1, and say by July it was like $7, and in August it went up to $89. What an incredible year you can have as a project. So sum up Tellor very quickly. It's an open source protocol blockchain project basically for decentralized lending integrated with Chainlink. Users supply liquidity to protocols, lending pools, and earn interest from repaid loans. That's what basically Tellor is all about. Firm leverages borrowers' credit history to calculate an annual interest rate, i.e. APR, based on market conditions versus consumer credit risk. Basically, Tellor is a DeFi adoption bridge. So again, I think it's going to be wonderful. Moving on another project, which I've mentioned a couple of times before, but never really heavy into it. And this is my mistake because it's had, again, a financial wonderful year in 2020. You look at Melon there, it's $26.81. Again, it's very similar to Tellor with the circulating supply and max supply. Most of it's out there, hence affecting the price. Ranked 174. Now, in the last bull run, January 2018, it reached $270. As you can see there, it's 127, but back in March it was only $1.30, would you believe? And I should have got in there. And the same time I got in with Tellor, really, I should have got in with Melon at the same time. I looked at both and went with Tellor. Now, very, very similar in some aspects. So I wish I'd got both, to be honest, but I took a chance with Tellor, and that done me very well. I can't complain. But Melon, I wish I'd got in more. I'm going to get some Melon, a lot more Melon now. I've got some, not much, but I'm going to get much more Melon now because I really have high hopes for this, certainly in the next bull run. You go on their website and you can see they're welcome to Melon Infrastructure for Asset Management 3.0. I think it's basically built on Ethereum, like all of them really. If you go on DeFi Pulse, I'll quickly go back to DeFi Pulse and you can see, look at all them. Look at all them projects, chains, Ethereum. Now, I'm hoping in end of 2021, after that's going to say Cardano, personally. That's what I'm hoping. I'm not going to lie. So, going back to Melon Protocol. So, MLN aims to lower the barriers to entry for asset management through open access to more global consumers. So when you're using an MLN token to make investment decisions, the token essentially serves as asset management gas, which is collected in 3 different ways: setting up a fund, invest in the fund, and claiming any fees, rewards. One thing to mention about MLN is that the protocol does not charge any fees on trading and redemptions. This is based in accordance with the token's mission of keeping barriers to entry low. So you go on there, states there, as I said, Melon is an Ethereum-based protocol for decentralized on-chain asset management. It's a protocol for people or entities to manage their wealth and the wealth of others within a customizable and safe environment. Melon empowers anyone to set up, manage, and invest in customized on-chain investment vehicles. So I think Melon is absolutely wonderful. I'm really going to go quite high in with this one. I really do have high hopes for Melon in 2021. Wish I'd obviously got when it was back in March, it was $1.30. And anyway, live and learn. Next project, again, spoke about this many times. I really, really do like Polkadot. I think it's just it's had a fantastic year. Again, you think back in August it was only $2.69. Yesterday it was $9.43 on New Year's Eve. Here we are, New Year's Day, $8.88. Again, a lot of the supply is out there. Not a huge amount of supply when you think about it in crypto speak, hence why we've got $8.88. Ranked number 6. It's just a wonderful project. The amount of projects being built on Polkadot. I think this year people talk about, I talk about it as well, but the sort of relation between Polkadot, Ethereum and Cardano. Who's going to be the biggest winner? I personally believe that Cardano will win with market cap, but obviously I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. Then it'd be Polkadot and Ethereum. We still haven't got Ethereum 2.0 release date and all what goes with it, and if they can prove what they say they're going to achieve. So Ethereum 2.0 might come out and it's absolutely wonderful, smashes the competition I wouldn't believe. I don't personally believe they'll do that because they've got a lot to counter for, the scalability, the gas charges, etc. But with Polkadot, the ex-Ethereum co-founder Gavin Wood, who knows what Polkadot? I think it's a massive competition between Polkadot and Cardano. As I said many, many times, Cardano's my number 1. I believe it's the most advanced out there. It would be the best. But, as I say, no one can guarantee anything. So with all these projects, I always say to do due diligence. It's not financial advice. It's merely my humble opinion of the projects I'm really pumped for 2021. So Polkadot, quickly gives an open source sharding multi-chain protocol that facilitates the cross-chain transfer of any data or asset types, not just tokens. Therefore, makes it basically a wide range of blockchains interoperable with each other. That's what is really great. The interoperability seeks to establish a fully decentralized and private web controlled by its users and simplify the creation of new applications, institutions, and services. So you go on their website and Polkadot launch roadmap. Again, you scroll through it and current phase. It goes through everything that's going on. Again, I'll put the link below. There's so much to do with Polkadot. So many projects being built on the blockchain now. I think Polkadot is going to be absolutely fantastic 2021. Who knows the price prediction? If we had a parabolic bull run, who knows? Again, not financial advice. It could easily smash through $100, $150. Who knows? It's just see how they develop. So, going through some sort of other ones, which I've mentioned before. Ankr. I've actually got some Ankr. I think it's a really good, solid project. Its all-time high was actually back in August when it was just under 2 cents. As you can see at the moment, just under 1 cent. This year was actually its lowest when it was 0.0007. So it's had a great year. Market cap nearly 57 million. You can see the volume of the last 24 hours. It's got 40% of the previous days, nearly 8 million. So it's had, and the circulating supply, not bad. You look at it sort of there where it is, and there's still quite a few to be released, but I do like the project. It's been around quite a while. It's a distributed computing platform that enhances the sharing economy, harnessing idle computing power and making it available to businesses and consumers. Enterprises will be able to monetize surplus computing power through Ankr and allow users to tap into otherwise unattainable and cost-effective cloud computing. So that's what I like about Ankr. It's very different from what I look at. It's ranked 147. I really do like it. Going to get myself a nice bag of Ankr. This is one. Again, it's up to you if you do it. But you go for their website, just like you can see all the different trusted buyer. You can see all the on Binance, Coin1, Harmony, Compoundmatics, and Beaky. You can basically stake there, connect to Web3 and minute staking nodes, spin up your own staking nodes, start earning rewards immediately, developer APIs, enterprise solutions. And you can see all down here, 50 plus protocols supported. And you can see all those there, absolutely incredible. That's why, you can scroll down a bit further, you can see the nodes deployed over 8,000, trusted by blockchain pioneers around the world. Look at all those projects, absolutely incredible. Certainly some of my favourites there, and you look at it, and even other projects have done some comments on here. You can see the graph, which is another project we need to look into. I know there's a lot of hype lately with the Coinbase listing. I'll do a dedicated video soon on graph because that does look very interesting. Shello is another one which is on Coinbase. They're talking about Ankr. So it's great to see, and obviously Compound there as well. It's great to see other projects talking about other ones. So I think personally, Ankr, you really need to keep on your radar. Just watch the price. I think before you think back in August, it was nearly 2 cents. We're just under 1 cent now. And as it develops, it's got huge potential in the next bull run. Two sort of more obscure projects, which I'm going to mention, which again, I don't own these two, but I'm going to certainly keep them on radar and just monitor them really. aleph.im, ranked 577, basically just under 14 cents. It was actually 65 cents in August, would you believe? So you can see there, again, the circulating supply though is very, very low. You can see there, it's very low in speed, let's be honest. So that's something to sort of be aware of. It's just under 70 million, max supply is 500 million. So again, that affects in the price, but I'm just going to keep my eye on aleph.im. I think it's a great project. Go on their website. It's a safe decentralized network, storage computing for internet scale applications, decentralized finance, DeFi, on all blockchains. So it states there, current decentralized applications are generally unreliable and slow or tied to single blockchain architecture. Decentralized applications need to not only overcome these issues, but also need to be able to communicate with other projects. So that's what I liked about it. It talks about the projects, and it's also the large majority of current blockchain-related technologies cannot scale to levels needed for large applications, i.e. states there, social networks, web app, OT providers. Let intends to provide a solution to these issues by offering a fast single cross technology and cross-chain solution. So I think this project has got a lot of potential. And it states there cross-chain compatibility, Ethereum, Polkadot, BINANCE chain nulls. And you can go through there. Again, the link will be below. And the use cases are cheap and fast, service-driven, decentralized identity, GDPR, DeFi and social. So this looks a real solid project. Another one, again, obscure one. It's ranked 289. It's had a good climb in the charts. It's ranked It's $2.13. It was actually $7.11 in August. Basically, it's another one. I go on the website. Basically, solve some of the large issues in DeFi by unifying the liquidity of entire crypto market sectors and DEX and swapping pools into one decentralized platform. They're open sourced and aim to lower the risk of holding cryptocurrencies on centralized as well as decentralized exchanges. So you can go there. They talk about the dynamic coin offering, or is the first token sale to a DYCO, a token sale that succeeds, or the token buyers get their money back, which is incredible. You know, I remember the ICOs back in 2017. A lot of them were scams, pumped and dumped, and never heard of them again. I could mention many projects where sold when they were launched and actually crashed and never seen again. So that's great. They do a DYCO. I've never actually done any DYCOs, so I imagine this is going to be the future, which is great. 16 revenue streams. This is what I liked about it. One protocol, 16 revenue streams. So you see there, Orion Terminal, percentage of trading fees, Orion Enterprise Trade Widget, licensing fee. You know, I'll go through. I'm going to put the link below. There's a lot here: Orion Lending, the wallet, the decentralized brokerage, the optimization, the Oracle, the margin trading. It looks a massive project. And you scroll right through it, and you can see they've worked hard to ensure deep utility of the RN token across our entire ecosystem. What I also liked about their roadmap, you can see there, they've already put their roadmap for the whole of 2021. And just look in there, you can see how they're developing and what a wonderful project this has the potential to be. So Orion Protocol, to be honest, I will probably get some of this. The more I look at it, the more I like it. But I don't own any at the moment, so I'm just going to do some staking as well. You've got the partners, you've got the blog, you can keep track of it. It's a real great project. Another one, which sort of, it looks a good project. Again, I don't own any swap. It was $1.67 back in September, but again, with the supply very, very low. It's basically 14% is out there at the moment. So again, very low. At the moment, just over 15 cents, ranked 1018. This is a really speculative low cap coin. You can see their market cap just over 2 million. You know, the volume last 24 hours, nearly a million though, so that's good. But it's basically any swap is a decentralized cross-blockchain swap protocol that uses Fusion DCRM technology. The technology gives any swap basically the ability to swap coins to any blockchain that uses the ECDSA signature algorithm. That includes Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, and USDT. One great advantage of any swap is it gives it server trade across all blockchain platforms, and that with low fees. Investors who are looking for large financial returns in the future should try out this project. That's what they're always stating. I've seen on their social media. Come and give us a try, Anyswap. So we'll see. To be honest, again, I'm just going to monitor it for a while. I'm not going to go deep in it. You go on their actual website, anyswap.exchange. Yeah, it's just a basic exchange site. So it does look a good, solid project. But I'm just going to monitor it for the time being. So again, let's hope 2021 is going to be absolutely fantastic year. I'm really pumped and really hyped for this year. I think this is going to be the absolute massive for many crypto projects. Certainly DeFi, certainly my favourite projects. Let's just hope this year is as good as we hope. Best wishes to all. Anyone want any help? Email me info@cryptostrang.com. Social media links below. Be lovely to hear from you. Thanks very much. Cheers. Bye.